Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey Glasser and by the West Virginia Department of Tourism, welcome to another Mountain Stage with our host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Well, thank you so much, and welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. And if you have been listening to Mountain Stage for the past few months, you know there have been some big changes here. And since this is our 38th anniversary, I thought it'd be a good time for me to acknowledge those changes on the air and to thank some folks who've made the past 38 years possible. First of all, thanks to the state of West Virginia and West Virginia Public Broadcasting. They are the rock that this show is built on, and we appreciate that. Thanks to each of the thousands of wonderful artists who performed on this stage, and to our teams of producers, engineers, stagehands, and band members, present and past, particularly those you're going to hear their name at the end of this show, and especially Andy Ridenauer, the late Francis Fisher, and Linda McSparron, who were there to launch this little boat. The show's always been a true team effort. Thanks to those who have helped bring us to so many listeners, NPR, our previous distributors, and hundreds of public radio stations across the country. Thanks to the dozens of underwriters who've supported us, the most recent being Bailey Glasser, the West Virginia Department of Tourism, the Charleston CVB, Digital Relativity, and Walter and Sean Williams. Thanks to the hundreds of thousands of folks like you who are here at the Culture Center Theater live with us today. And most of all, thank you listening there on the radio and the millions like you who have done the same over the years on radio and online, because you know that without you, there really would be no Mountain Stage. It's been an incredible ride for me, and I am grateful now to officially turn the wheel over to one of West Virginia's most talented artists and beautiful people. We're so fortunate she agreed to join us. So folks, please welcome the host of Mountain Stage, Kathy Mattea.
Woo! Wow. Wow. I feel like in some big marathon, someone just handed me a baton, and I'm going to try my best not to drop it. I think Mountain Stage is a very precious thing. I've been on this show since the very beginning, and it's my pleasure to step in and help keep this thing rolling along. As Larry said, we're celebrating 38 years of Mountain Stage, and we have a show fitting for the occasion. Joshua Radin is back with us, and he has a new album out. Next hour, we're also going to hear from an up-and-coming band based not too far from here. They're a duo called Mink's Miracle Medicine. And also in the next hour, I'm going to do a new song for you that I've fallen in love with. And still to come in this hour, we'll hear from our friend Stephen Kellogg, who's with us for the 7th time this evening. Well, we're going to start the show tonight with a boundary-pushing bluegrass group spearheaded by Donnie Laszloff and Eric Lindberg. They play modern bluegrass and old-time music with a Jewish perspective. Their name derives from the Hebrew term for soul. They've just released their 3rd album, Songs for the Sparrows, on Eden Sky Records. And they also have a live Hanukkah album recorded in 2020 at Levon Helm Studios. And they're currently in the middle of a Hanukkah holiday tour. They played at Temple Israel here in Charleston last night. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Nefesh Mountain.
Y'all are too kind. We are thrilled to be back on the road, and that road has led us to one of our favorite shows ever, Mountain Stage. It is a thrill to be here, 38 years. And this song is about being on the road. It's called Wanderlust from our new record, and I hope you enjoy it.
Again, it's you and me as we sail away to another place on another day. Out on the sea, all the plans we made will surely change. Our course will stray till we're swept away. So if these wayward winds against our backs are howling, let us look within for love. And with each breath of trust, give us some hope, the wanderlust, and light these ways ahead for us.
This should be easy now, we've been here before. We pack these bags and walk through the store.
But as much as we let go, we'll hold on to more. It's you and me, each grab an oar and climb aboard. So if these wayward winds against our backs are howling, let us look within for love. And with each breath of trust, give us some hope, the wanderlust, and light these ways ahead for us. Heartbeat in the unknown. When you're untamed, you can't be thrown. For every mile and every stone, it's you and me. You're not alone. You are my home. So if these wayward winds against our backs are howling, let us look within for love. And with each breath of trust, give us some hope, the wanderlust, and light these ways ahead for us. Thank you so much. This next song we're going to share with you is from our latest album called Songs for the Sparrows, inspired by a trip that Eric, we're married, that we took with our family back to our Eastern European roots and the towns where our ancestors were from. And these little sparrow birds really inspired us as these small but mighty voices. The voices of those who've been discriminated against and the voices who never really had a chance to sing. And so this song goes out to all the sparrows, all those people who've been discriminated against in the world from the past and the present. And we send it out as love to all of you.
little bird, I hear your song. You've been overlooked for far too long. We've met before on the ancient road, and we share a tale and a pain, both new and old.
Di-da-dum, 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 da. Di-da-dum, 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 da-dum. They say you're small, not worth a thing, but I know the truth, I've heard you sing. And face to face, I felt it too, when they see themselves and their hate, and they don't see you. And so we sing a sparrow song for those who are told they don't belong. A call of love for the days gone wrong. Don't fear, little bird, just fly, fly on. Too many times, too many years, you forged on ahead, but held back your tears. While you'd abide by the hawks and crows, because you believe in the dream we all should have a home. And so we sing a sparrow song for those who are told they don't belong. A call of love for the days gone wrong. Don't fear, little bird, just fly, fly on.
נשמתי ניצרת, שירי הדרורים בימים רחוקים.
For far too long. We've met before on the ancient road, and we share a tale and a pain, both new and old. And so we sing a sparrow song for those who are told they don't belong. A call of love for the days gone wrong. Don't fear, little bird, just fly, fly on. Y'all, thanks so much. We're going to share an instrumental from our newest record, Songs for the Sparrows. This one's called Big Mountain. It's going to feature the whole band. How about it for Alan Grubner on the fiddle, David Goldenberg on the mandolin, and the mighty Sam Weber on the bass. We're from New York, and I grew up in Brooklyn, and I'd always dreamed of coming down and really being a part of this culture that is Southern bluegrass music, which I love and adore my whole life. And this song is kind of in honor of the music and the folks who made it, and especially the folks who joined us on the record, Sam Bush and Jerry Douglas and those guys. So here's to some bluegrass. Here's Big Mountain.
This next song is called Where Oh Where, and it's a song about hope. We hope you enjoy it. Where, oh, where
sung beside the seas and tides, so still must be out on the waters, still on the waters. Where, oh, where is the wisdom sought by the many before us? She was there inside the tree of life, so still must reside in the forest, still in the forest. Die-dee-die-dee-die-dum, die-die-dum, die-die-dum, die, die-dee-die-dee-die-dum, die-die-dum, die-die-dum, die. Where, oh, where is the innocence from our first days in Eden? They used to rest their heads on the flower beds, so still must be there in the gardens, still in the gardens. Die-dee-die-dee-die-dum, die-die-dum, die, die-dum, die, die-dee-die-dee-die-dum, die-die-dum, die, die-dum, die. Of the flood so long ago, under all the rain the earth remained, so it's still in the fields and the meadows, in the fields and the meadows. Ya-dee-di-dee-di-dum, di-di-dum, di-di-dum, di, di-dee-di-dee-di-dum, di-di-dum, di-di-dum, di, ya-dee-di-dee-di-dum, di-di-dum, di, di-dum, di, di-dee-di-dee-di-dum, di-di-dum, di, di-dum, di. Where, oh, where's our compassion? Is it somewhere we can discover? It's never too far, it's right where you are. It's always been in the arms of each other.
Thank you so much. We're Nefesh Mountain. We have one more song, and this is called A Mighty Roar.
Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar, so their waves will echo through the trees.
So their waves will echo through the trees. We're all given times of grief and woe, and times to hum a somber tune. But right now, just sing out, trust and let go, and raise your voice up to the moon.
Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar, so their waves will echo through the trees.
So their waves will echo through the trees. We're all given roads that are free and clear,
and roads that may reach
dead end. But right now, you just don't know the one that brought you here. So embrace whatever's round the bend. Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song. Let the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar to their waves as we echo through the trees. To their waves as we echo through the trees. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Nefesh Mountain. Woo! Standing ovation. Oh, that was just great. Just fantastic. Fantastic. You might be from Brooklyn, but when you play that guitar, you sound like you came straight out of the Kentucky hills, I'm here to tell you. One of the things that I love is hearing people who fall in love with the bluegrass tradition and then add their own slant on it. And they're certainly doing that in a wonderful way. As they were saying, they made a life-changing trip to Eastern Europe in 2018, going to the towns their families came from and some of the sites that hold the history of the Holocaust. And their new album was influenced in many ways by that trip. It's called Songs for the Sparrows on Eden Sky Records. That was Nefesh Mountain. Well, this is the part of the show where Julie Adams usually sings for us, and she had a great idea this week. She thought it would be fun if she and Larry Gross and I all sang a song together. As usual, we'll be joined by the Mountain Stage Band. That's Ron Soul on acoustic guitar, Michael Lipton plays electric, Bob Thompson's at the piano, Steve Hill is on the bass, and Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Julie and Larry got together. Yes. Julie and Larry got together and chose My Back Pages, an old Dylan song for us to sing.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, rolling high in mighty traps. Hounds with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon as hide, proud neath heated brow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Half-wrecked prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate, I screamed. Lies that life is black and white spoke from my skull, I dreamed. Romantic facts of musketeers, foundation deep somehow.
Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
In a soldier stands, eyeing my hand at the Mongol dogs who teach, fearing that I become my enemy in the instant that I reach. My existence fled by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow.
Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. My guard stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt, somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
There he goes, Julie Adams. That was my back pages. So fun, so fun. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is you listen. Our next performer hails from New England. He's a Grammy nominee. He tours relentlessly, averaging 150-plus dates a year, and he's recorded 10 albums in the last 10 years. He is married to his high school sweetheart, and they have 4 children. His latest album is called Objects in the Mirror, And that's also the title of a book of essays he released last year, essays on life, love, and marriage. He's a longtime friend of the show. He's making his 7th appearance tonight. Please welcome Stephen Kellogg.
Thank you. That's a wild thing to stand out here while you're being introduced and stuff. You know, it's just kind of I don't know. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with a song that I just wrote because I figure when you're playing a nationally syndicated radio program to an audience who may or may not be familiar with your music, it's best to open with a song you may or may not know. I am born and raised New England. It is where I hope to die. Surrounded by a family that I've tried to do right by. And I am leaving them these songs in the best of my intentions. In a million complications that we never really mention. If anyone is listening, could you say a prayer for me? I am asking for a miracle this time. 'Cause the truth is I am barely getting by. In confidence I talk to you about all of my rejections. You listened in the wilderness, but you offered no protection. While you made yourself the victim, I pretended I was strong. We played our part so faithfully and hoped no one would catch on. And if someone's listening, if you can hear me whispering, I am asking for a miracle, it's true. 'Cause the fact is I don't know what else to do. I've been looking for a break so many years. The day that I stop searching is the day I disappear. If you knew what I was thinking, you wouldn't think that I was nice. Is a secret still a secret if you've kept it all your life? I still can't believe you left me. That'll never be okay. There is so much information in the things we do not say. And my heart broke when I was younger, but it ain't nobody's fault. Love is for the losing, if it's worth a damn at all. And if God is listening, is there room in there for me? I am asking for a miracle, I know. 'Cause the truth is I got nowhere else to go. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we've been through an awful lot, and it feels incredible to be back in the camaraderie. What Kathy said in her introduction about me being out on the road is true. I've been out there for like 20 years, and like a lot of folks, I found myself at home for the first time. And I do have 4 kids. I have four daughters, and so it was harder to feel like a good father being with them all the time. It was pretty humbling, you know. And so as I was getting ready to come back out on this run, I found myself not wanting to go because I really fell in love with the little moments that were happening, you know, fixing dinners and being there for bedtime every night. And I said to my wife, you know, I'm going to be out now for weeks again. I don't know. It looks like the news is crazy. And she was like, oh, hon, you'll be fine. You should go. I was like, okay. Yeah, you guys are like, looking at each other. So when I was leaving, I also tried to fit, you know, a month of fatherhood into a couple days and before I left. And I thought I was doing pretty well. My wife went out for a bit, and I had my youngest daughter, and I took her to her game, and she said, could you hold my lucky bracelet? So I put it in my pocket, and we had the game, and then I was tucking her in that night, and she said, can I have my lucky bracelet? And I searched my pockets and couldn't find the lucky bracelet. And then I said, well, you know, it really wasn't my responsibility. So she was indignant, as you might imagine. She's like, you're blaming me? So this is 2 nights before I leave for 3 straight weeks before I'm home again. So she looks at me like, you're blaming me. And a better man would have, you know, realized this was probably not a fair argument to make. But I doubled down. I said, really, you got to be more responsible, Greta, with your stuff. And my wife came in and looked at me. And I guess I'm telling you this by way of introducing this next song because I frequently, although I sing a lot about family and have a reputation as a family guy, I frequently feel like the only time I can really be a good husband and father is like when everybody's in bed and asleep. You know, I just walk around and look at them and think, I'm going to try again tomorrow. And I want to wake them up, but I never do. But I wrote this song about that. Well, I'm happy, but I've got an angry heart. I live in a world so dark that sometimes I can't see what's in front of me, and I get scared. And hey, darling, I notice that you're still sad. It's written on your forehead that you'll get no peace even when you sleep. And that's not fair. I wish you could see this light that surrounds you in the night, and I almost woke you up, but words could never be enough, and I always say too much, but I almost woke you up. You're so perfect since the day I met you, and that was it, I just knew. But how do we get well when we hurt like hell? Damned if I know. I wish you could see this light that surrounds you in the night, and I almost woke you up, but words could never be enough, and I always say too much, but I almost woke you up. Yeah, I almost woke you. And we were taught, we were told that you cannot have what you cannot hold. Yeah, yeah. I wish you light that surrounds you in the night. And I almost woke you up. Yeah, I almost woke you. Words could never be enough, and I always say too much, but I almost woke you up. Yeah, I almost woke you. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. I wish you could see this light. I wish you could see this light. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see me now. You have never let me down. I've been missing you so much that I almost woke you up. And even when I start to fade, there you are and you radiate. I've been missing you so much that I almost woke you. Thank you so much. Now, I have kind of a lot of heavy songs tonight, which is why I'm telling you a few stories in between, like Palette. This is the sorbet. I am going to play a love song because I know for a lot of you folks, it may be a date. How many of you are here on a date? Now, I noticed that this woman in the third row, you raised your hand, but he didn't. That's a pretty big mistake. This is a nice early show. You could this could be your night, is all I'm saying. And if she says you're on a date, you're going to want to raise your hand. This is just a straight up love song. I feel like that's part of the deal with Kellogg concerts. And so I'm just going to tell you a quick argument that my wife and I got into before. I'm going to set the stage so you're like, well, at least I'm not married to him. That's how you're going to feel. We have a hot dermatologist that we both see. He's a guy, and he's our age, and he's super big, charming guy, and he always comes in and says things to me like, "Well, I've seen Beauty, now let's see the Beast," and it's super inappropriate and whatever. But I get charmed by him because then he says, "How's my rock star?" And I'm like, "Well, okay." I'm like a kitten in the sun when he's complimenting me. So we were hanging out after seeing the dermatologist. My wife and I were talking, and she said, "Look, if anything ever happens to me, I want you to go on and live your life. I just, that's very important to me, and don't feel like you shouldn't." And intellectually, I want to just say you too. But all I could think was, if anything happens to me, not the dermatologist. Because I will come back and haunt your house if it's him. He is not okay. At any time, in any space, I'm sure I would have recognized your face. A vision like Helena Troy. You came to me when I was still a boy, and it was you I had to find. I could have found you blind. And of all the best memories that live in my head, it's you in those blue jeans on the day that we met. I knew right then we would be friends. You're the love of my life. Yeah. your mom in heaven looking down. I think she knew it when she met me, as she helped you figure out of all those guys knocking on your door. There'll never be one who would love you more. And of all the best memories that live in my head, it's you in those blue jeans on the day that we met. I knew right then we would be friends. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. And this is a simple song about simple things. A boy and a girl and a wedding ring. But saying it's simple, it doesn't make it mean less. Off from those blue jeans, right to that wedding dress, baby. Woo. 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 And of all the best memories that still live in this head, it's you in those blue jeans on the day that we met. 'Cause I knew right then we would be friends. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life, girl. You're the love of my life, girl. You're the love of my life, girl. Thank you. I do feel like, especially because of the way that two people downstairs looked at me when I walked by, like I'm going to explain what I'm wearing tonight. This was this summer. I wore this outfit this summer, this attire. I always think of that Jason Isbell song where he says, "Never call what you're wearing an outfit." And oops, sorry, Jason. But I wore this summer, and so I threw it in the bag when we left for tour. And the fact of the matter is, we've been out 12 days, and laundry just hasn't happened. And so I dug it out, and I said to my tour manager, I said, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I think it's a great idea." And he had a big grin on his face. And then I was walking my way up to the stage. I saw like two people kind of be like, but I'm comfortable with myself. I'm 45. I can do this. So thank you both. Thank you. Okay, so this is an old song of mine. I spent so much time over the last year and a half thinking about what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be? And a lot of the initial aspirations I had as a younger person and artist, it's just, I was aiming at Bon Jovi, if you must know. And so you kind of like, well, that's unlikely at this point. But you make that your peace with those things, and you also just ask yourself the question, and I'm offering that up to you guys and anybody listening. What do you want to be remembered for? And so I wrote this song about my hero, my grandfather. He's been gone now 18 years, and I wrote this song when he passed away. And I just didn't realize that by playing it every night, his legacy would keep living on. And on some level, I just realized that's enough, just to be in the hearts and the minds of the people that you loved and that you were lucky enough to connect with. And so whoever that is for you, that's what this song, I invite you to put them in your heart. Late at night you find yourself considering what was said, as you replay conversations and you wish that you were dead, and you wonder how anyone could ever like someone so bad. In spite of all your good fortune, you wind up feeling sad. I miss you, man. I miss you, man. And I will not forget who bought me my guitars, 'cause some people change your life. You remember who they are. I'm not saying you were perfect, 'cause no one really is. But perfection's in perception, and it's what you make of it. I miss you, man. I miss you, man. And there's no regrets, and it's only there. I miss you, and what does it matter anyway if we're all gonna die? If the only things we take away are the things we kept inside. You can bet my point of view and my sense that I was right will be nowhere to be found at the end of the night. A substitute profession, it would never really do. But I find myself wishing that I was more like you. In spite of my successes, however small they've been, my tongue sometimes betrays me and my ancestry again. And I miss you, man. I miss you, man. And there's no regrets, and it's only there. I miss you. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to sing you just one more song, but thank you for being just this beautiful audience, and it's such an honor to be here for the 38th anniversary of this incredible program. I assume this can be cut out. I do want to tell you, because with 4 kids, I just don't have the luxury of not mentioning what we have. But I did bring my book here, and there's nothing that means more to me than putting this book in people's hands and just saying Stephen Kellogg was here, he existed. It's a book really for people that don't like to read. Like my dad, I kept saying, "Dad, did you read the book?" And he's like, "Oh, I haven't had a chance to finish it." This is a retired guy in a pandemic. Which I realize is not an endorsement, but we have the book. We have a drive with all the music, and then we have these boards that I paint with my daughters, because my lyrics have always kind of been what's carried me more than singing or playing. So we take lyrics and we write them, and then the girls put the art on it. And they're not great artists. I'm only saying it on the radio, but anyway. They're not great artists, but if you like one-of-a-kind things, they have that. So it's not a hard sell. I just want you to know because it matters. Now, I'm going to play this last song. This is the first song I played when I came on Mountain Stage in 2007. I haven't played it here since. But when I was looking at the old set lists, I thought how magical, to have written a song all these years ago about being satisfied with the life that you're living. And then to come back here 14 years later with a full heart and to see old friends. And so just in case, I get choked up easily, but just in case, this is embarrassing. Just in case, I'm just so grateful to know y'all, and so I'm gonna. It's not a bookend. I'm not planning anything. I just swore that when I came back out here, I would say everything I needed to say each night. So thank y'all for being the best audience. Here you go. There's some things you never get over, whatever your parents say. First on my list of these 3 things is the sight of my father walking away. Next on my list to be heaven. I already know what it's like, 'cause I fell in love when I was 16 with the absolute love of my life. Last on my list to be losing, someone always needs to win. And thumbing your nose at the boss, I suppose, just feels like a beautiful thing. The thing that nobody tells you, you figure it out if you can. There's one thing on earth no one can touch. It's the sleep of a satisfied man. Oh, the sleep of a satisfied man. And I don't know why I love the leaving. It's not from lack of loving you. You can't remember when you stopped breathing, and I can't remember it too. But I'm coming home tomorrow, and I wanted you to know that the part of me that could make you smile is the same part that needed to go. The thing that nobody tells you, you figure it out if you can. It's that they can't interfere or get inside here to the sleep of a satisfied man. Or the sleep of a satisfied man. And of all these things I've had to learn, there's just one that won't quit, no matter how I try. One won't quit, it's all that I can stand. I don't quit, I never learned to say goodbye. But I hope for your sakes that you can. On April 2nd, the birth of my heart, the day that the zombie awoke with a start. When I fell for Button and she fell for me, back in the spring of 1993. January 7th, 2005, birth of my blood came fully to life. Now when I see St. Peter and I ask for my wings, leave me that memory and the joy that it brings. The thing nobody tells you, you figure it out if you can. It's these things that we never get over that build the character of a man. And if heaven and family and children are what's left of me when I die, then I hope for your sake that you're better than me at learning to say goodbye. Oh, if heaven and family and children are what's left of the race that I ran, then I'll quietly slip to the slumbering peace of a sleep of a satisfied man. Oh, the sleep of a satisfied man. Yeah, the sleep of a satisfied. And may you all be satisfied.
Stephen Kellogg. Woo! Oh my, oh my. I love doing this show. I always wind up discovering somebody I didn't know, and I fall in love all over again with the possibility of music and musicians. That was just wonderful. Stephen has sung duets with Sarah Bareilles, Josh Ritter, Roseanne Cash, and Pat Monahan of Train. And his music has been heard in many films and TV shows, but I'd argue this is the best way to hear it right here. He's an author, he's a speaker. You can look up his TEDx talk. He's toured all over the globe supporting U.S. troops stationed around the world, and his latest album and book are both called Objects in the Mirror. That was Stephen Kellogg. Thanks for taking the hint. We'd like to say a special hello to you right now if you're listening over Maine Public Radio at WMEA Portland and Auburn, Maine, and North Country Public Radio, WSLL in Saranac Lake, New York. Thank you so much. We hope you can join us next week, too, as our new season continues with Josh Ritter, Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, Jake Xerxes Fusel, Dory Freeman, and Oshima Brothers. This is Kathy Mattea, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Hello again, and welcome back to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm Kathy Mattea. I'm so glad you joined us. Still to come, we'll hear from Joshua Radin, and some new friends are with us called Mink's Miracle Medicine. But we're going to start this hour with yours truly. Every once in a while, you run across a song that grabs hold of you and seems to be the right song at the right moment. And I was washing dishes in my house one night, and I had Austin City Limits on, and Lucas Nelson and The Promise of the Real were on. And the next thing I know, this song came blasting through my house, and I stopped what I was doing and just repeated it several times. And I couldn't stop thinking about it, and over the next couple days, I made myself learn it. And the Mountain Stage Band has graciously agreed to join me on this for you. I believe that every heart is kind. Some are just a little underused. Hatred is a symptom of the times, lost in these uneducated blues. I just want to love you all I can. All these other thoughts have me confused. I don't need to try and understand. Baby, I'll get up, turn off the news, turn off the news and build a garden. Just my neighborhood and me. We might feel a bit less hard. We might feel a bit more free. Turn off the news and raise the kids. Give them something to believe. Teach them how to be good people. Give them hope that they can see. Hope that they can see. Turn off the news and build a garden with me. Trust builds trust. All that negativity's a bust. Trust builds trust. Don't you wanna be happy? Turn off the news and build a garden. Just my neighborhood and me. We might feel a bit less hard. We might feel a bit more free. Turn off the news and raise the kids. Give them something to believe. Teach them how to be good people. Give them hope that they can see. Hope that they can see. Turn off the news and build a garden with me. Turn off the news and build a garden with me. Thank you. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And of course, we invite you to follow us to our next live show. You can find out where we'll be and get your tickets at mountainstage.org. We're going to open our second hour now with a duo based in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, over in the Eastern Panhandle. Melissa Wright cut her teeth as a youngster on the bluegrass circuit and went on to Berklee College of Music in Boston, where we met a few years back. Daniel Zazeski played in punk and ska bands as a teenager and did a stint hopping trains and crisscrossing the country with his guitar. Their latest album is called Thumbs Up Angel on Warhen Records. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Mink's Miracle Medicine.
I thought I knew you well. I thought ripple came and it held the swell. It's been 15 years and I'm still in hell. I thought I knew you well. 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 I thought I knew you well.
Thank you very much. It is such an honor to be here on Mountain Stage. This next one is a journey on the heart-shaped star. If you're really out there making stars, would you come back down as hard as they fall? With a heart-shaped star, heart-shaped star, with a star-shaped heart, star-shaped star. It changes phases, smiles on places, winds up chasing days. It changes phases, smiles on places, winds up chasing days. If you're really out there making stars, would you come back down as hard as they fall? With a heart-shaped star, heart-shaped star, with a star-shaped heart, star-shaped star. It changes phases, smiles on places, winds up chasing days. It changes phases, smiles on places, winds up chasing days. Never know all of you, and I'll wait, and I'll wait. the heart-shaped star. We're going to continue into outer space with a song that I wrote about solar flares.
I'll be here waiting in our hometown till the ice begins to melt. Feelings that I've never felt. A sheet of glass I lay on the floor. Brand new boots from Brooklyn, they're coming in the mail just to walk across my diamond door. There's not as many nights that I've won, not as many spots on the sun. Oh, enter your location. This route requires tolls, but my money all ran out before I even got a shop with my soul. Oh, but the food was pretty good there. Paper bags and cans. Oh, my last $100. I gave it to my man to watch him waltz across the fire at a fortune teller's stand with a suitcase in his hand. There's not as many nights that I've won, not as many spots on the, not as many nights that I've won, not as many spots on the, not as many nights that I've won, not as many spots on the sun.
Thank you. Our last song today is for all the river people out there. Oh, yes. Again, we're so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having us here on Mountain Stage. We can't say it enough.
I bought a second-hand towel and a cheap bar of soap. I bought a bottle of sunscreen and a cord of rope. I wipe my hands on a bandana, swung on a swing. There's no one else here by the river. It's just my Shenandoah and me, swimming on a boat landing. Life is so unnerving. Asphalt, chunks, sand, campers, fishtailing. I understand why you left me now. I understand. Under your big umbrella, you look like a diplomat in a Goodwill swimsuit and a trucker hat, keeping track upon the weather. Soon it will storm, I won't see anything coming when nobody is checking the radar no more. Swimming on a boat landing, life is so unnerving. Asphalt, chunks, sand, campers, fishtailing. I understand why you left me now. Swimming on a boat landing, life is so unnerving. Life is so unnerving. I understand why you left me now.
Thank you so much.
That was Mink's Miracle Medicine. Melissa Wright and Daniel Zazeski, joined by their friend Will Spalding on bass. After finishing this latest album, like so many others, they found themselves unable to tour during the pandemic, so they hopped on their motorcycles and rode through the mountains, visiting Civil War battlefields and talking about what it means to be songwriters and musicians. Their latest album is Thumbs Up Angel on Warhen Records. That was Mink's Miracle Medicine. It's time for our very own Bob Thompson to play something for us. He chose tonight a song he wrote himself during the pandemic called Freedom Ring. Bob Thompson. That was Bob Thompson with Freedom Ring. You can find Bob's music at colortones.com. And yes, today, as we record this show, is Bob Thompson's birthday. Happy birthday to our favorite piano player. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is feedback@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter and peek behind the scenes on our Instagram. You can find all those links at our website, mountainstage.org. Well, we're going to close our show tonight with an LA-based singer-songwriter who's just released his 9th full-length LP. It's called The Ghost and the Wall on Network Records. He's sold over 1 million records and has racked up over 1 billion streams. His single, I'd Rather Be With You, is certified gold. He's had many songs placed in film and TV shows, and you may have caught him on TV, on Ellen, The Today Show, The Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel, or Conan. He's kind of a regular on Ellen. In fact, she's such a big fan, she asked him to play in her wedding to Portia de Rossi. That's a pretty big fan, if you ask me. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Josh Radin.
Thank you so much. What a treat it is to be back here. I'm going to start with a song that's on my newest album. It's called Hey You.
Way out of here, another bridge, one more fire. Only a week, but it seemed like a year. I know I'll never come back. Follow the sun as it's heading west. Hide away from the rest of the world. Just go. Come on faster, don't ask why. You know it's hard to run from the hurt inside. Hey, you, come away with me. I've got room for your baggage too. Another day when there's only tomorrow. Be spending with you. You know I'll never come back. Follow the sun as it's heading west. Hide away from the rest of the world. Just go. Come on faster, don't ask why. on faster, don't ask why. You know it's hard to run from the hurt inside. Sometimes we run just to stay alive. Hey, you, come away with me. I need a ride way out of here.
Thank you so much. This is really a treat. The three of us up here. That's Miss Allie Moss that was singing with me right now. And joining me on stage right now is Danny Black. We all flew in here from 3 different places. Allie flew in from, well, she's living in New Orleans, but you flew in from DC. And Danny flew in from Philadelphia, where he lives, and I flew in from Stockholm, Sweden. And that's how much we love Mountain Stage. I'd like to, I haven't been here since 2010. I had such a good time. It was the first time I ever tried moonshine. So part of me remembers, part of me doesn't. Let's see, what should we play? Let's play a song off this new album. It's called You're My Home. I thought about, this last album that I just released this summer. It's called The Ghost and the Wall. I wrote it during the pandemic. I live in Los Angeles, and I was locked in my house alone for a very, very long time. And I figured, well, I'll write a new album and record it. And I thought a lot about home, because I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was missing my family a lot. Are you from Cleveland? Sorta, yeah, all right. Sort of, thereabouts. Anyway, I couldn't get the idea of home out of my mind, so I figured I'd write a song about it. This is called You're My Home.
If everybody is making you think you're small and you need somebody, I wanna be the one you call. I can be the one you need. I'll knock down that wall. I'll be that body to catch you when you fall. You know that sunshine will come back to you again, somewhere down the coastline, someplace you've never been. I can wait till you get it straight, on your knees singing amen. When you see the right sign, I can wait till then to say let's go. You sing my soul. It's such a long road when you go it alone, so come ride with me. You're my home. Write me a postcard from another place, telling me it's so hard that you can't forget my face, that I was the only one, the one you left behind, one and only, that never left your mind. Come on, let's go. You sing my soul. It's such a long road when you go it alone, so come ride with me. You're my home. And I check the mail every morning, hoping your letter came without warning. And it said, come on, let's go. You sing my You're my home. You're my home. You're my home. You're my home.
Thank you so much. Oh, I got a story for you guys about this song. It's from my last album. You know, usually I write a new album when I try to figure something out about myself. And that happens a lot. So the last album I wrote was called Here Right Now. And I had a bit of a writer's block. This was a few years ago, I guess. And so I decided I was going to go somewhere and sit somewhere by myself with my guitar and try to write some songs, and nothing was coming. And I sat on this beach in Spain. I found this little remote beach, and I kept thinking to myself, you know what I'm really bad at? Well, a lot of things, but what I was really bad at is like sort of being in the moment, like feeling like I was like present. I know that sounds very cliche, that everyone says like you got to be in the moment, you got to be present. It's like the theme of every single self-help book can be like kind of distilled into one thing. It's like be present. I know this because my mom's a therapist and she's been telling me this my entire life. So I'm terrible at it. I'm always like have this anxiety about the future, the past. I'm always thinking about like what comes next. So I thought I'm going to write a song about being in the moment, like called Here, Right Now. And then I sat there on the beach with my guitar and no one was around and I couldn't figure out what to do. And so I see this dog, like a homeless dog. It didn't have a collar. It was like way out in the distance. I don't know, maybe 30 yards from me. And we just kind of locked eyes. And I had this epiphany. And I thought, that dog just seems really in the moment. Just wants some food, maybe some shelter, not thinking about anything else. And I thought, I'm going to be like that dog right now and write this song. And so this song came out. It's called Here Right Now. And then all the other songs from that album flowed out after that, luckily. So I thought to myself, I owe it to that dog, or at least to his or her kind. So I decided that this song, all the money I make from this song, streaming, downloads, whatever, anytime anyone listens to it, I donate all the money from this song to this animal shelter. It's the largest no-kill animal shelter in America. It's called North Shore Animal League America. And so it's dogs and cats. And yeah, so if you want to, right now, when we play it, we're going to save a dog. We're gonna, and if you want to go home and listen to it, you might save a dog or a cat too.
I've seen much more than most, much less than some. Took a while to give up the ghost. Thought it'd never come. There were times, blood on my hands, and I tried to wash away. Outside the lines, I couldn't stand without a soft voice to say that I'm here right now, not lost, but found, and everything I've done has brought me to you. I got a scar, I don't try to hide it. It's worst comes, I'll stay. I'll stay, 'cause I'm here right now, not lost, but found. And everything I've done has brought me to you. I'm here right now, not lost, but I'm found. And everything I've done has brought me to you. Everything I've done has brought me to you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to play you another song off this new record. It's called Better Life. This was I don't know how you guys spent your pandemic, but like I told you, I spent it in my house alone, and pretty much either sitting on the couch with a guitar trying to write songs while watching the news. I read a lot of books too, and I guess I finished Netflix. I tell you how it ends. But the news was, bumming me out. I've always been sort of like I'll read maybe the newspaper sometimes or get the headlines, but I guess I'm one of those people who gets a bit down from the outside world, so I try to escape into my guitar. But during the pandemic, there was nothing I could do but sit there and watch these numbers and numbers and numbers. It was so depressing. And even before the pandemic, I guess I was watching a lot of news about immigration and borders, and not just in America, but all over the world. It seemed to be this thing that was this hotbed issue all over the world. And no matter where you stand politically, I just thought I want to write a song about how it must feel. I mean, I feel so fortunate that I grew up in a country here in America that I didn't have to get on a raft or train or somewhere to try to swim across somewhere for a better life. And I thought I'm going to try to write a song about that, how that might feel. I know that sounds ridiculous because I grew up so sheltered, but sometimes you want to try to write from other people's perspective. And so this is called Better Life.
All I know is I'm still holding on to every word you said to me. And as I land on the sand of your shores, I know there's so much more. Oh, there's a better life. Oh, there's a better life. On our way to better days, can you leave it all behind when you look into my eyes? There's a better life. There's a better life. I feel the rhythm of your heartbeat running through me like a drum. Someday we'll go back like car seats, began as strangers, but I know what we'll become. And even though I'm from so far away, it's here I wanna stay. Oh, there's a better life. Oh, there's a better life. On our way to better days, can you leave it all behind when you look into my eyes? There's a better life. There's a better life. if you promise that you'll open your door, I trust that you won't lie to me. Just show me something more so I can see. Oh, there's a better life. Oh, 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 oh. There's a better life here. On our way to better days. There's a better life. There's a better life. There's a better life. There's a better life.
Thanks, y'all. I'm going to play a really old song. I'm going to play you the first song I ever wrote. It's a song called Winter. It's on my first album.
I should know who I am by now. I walk the record stand somehow, thinking of winter. Your name is the splinter inside me while I wait. And I remember the sound of your November downtown. And I remember the warm December with you, but I don't have to make this mistake, and I don't have to stay this way. If only I would wait. The walk has all been cleared by now. Your voice is all I hear. Calling out winter. Your voice is the splinter inside me while I wait. And I remember the sound of your November downtown. And I remember that December with you, but I don't have to make this mistake, and I don't have to stay this way. If only I would wait. I could have lost myself in rough blue waters in your eyes. And I remember the sound of your November downtown. And I remember that a warm December with you, but I don't have to make this mistake, and I don't have to stay this way. If only I would wait.
Thank you so much. And thanks for being out here. I know people are, well, anyway, anyone who's listening to this on the radio, come out and see us on tour. It's so nice to be able to play music for people again. It's been a long time. One more time for these two incredible musicians that I brought with me, Danny Black and Ali Moss. And happy anniversary to Mountain Stage. It is such an honor to be back. I'm glad I wasn't so terrible in 2010 that we got invited back. I'm going to end with something very joyful. One of my most joyful songs. I don't have a lot of them. I wrote this song on top of a mountain in Los Angeles behind my house one day when I moved out there, and I thought, oh, you know what? I'm having a tough go of it here because I grew up in the Midwest and I wasn't meeting a lot of people who were kind of like-minded, honest and kind. And I thought, I'm going to hike up this mountain with like a tiny little backpacker guitar and sit up there and just kind of look over the smog and see if I can have some sort of epiphany. And I did. And I realized that you got to bring joy with you. You got to make your own joy. It's not like you got to move around and expect joy to follow you. So I wrote this song called Beautiful Day. And it's sort of become like this thing where I wake up in the morning and I make coffee and I play this song. And it always makes me smile. So I'm gonna end with that. And so thank you so much for coming out and listening to us, and for everyone who played tonight. What a fun evening. Thank you to everybody.
Gonna wash the dust off my soul. Gonna listen to some rock and roll. No cares, come what may. I'm making a beautiful day. Gonna drive my car to the sea. Swim out far, as I believe that the waves will wash the gray away. I'm making a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, whoa, oh, my, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, 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 what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. We're alive. Gonna climb that hill behind my house. See what this place is all about. 'Cause from above it all, you can't help but say it's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, whoa, oh, my, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, 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 what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. We're alive. Take it, Danny. when we all come together, this song will play. We'll sing it's a beautiful day. And that's gonna be my beautiful day. Whoa, oh, 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 my, my. I'm learning to fly. Hey, 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 what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. We're alive.
Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thanks for listening.
Joshua Radin. His new album is The Ghost and the Wall on Network Records. Well, thank you to Joshua Radin. Thanks to Mink's Miracle Medicine, and thanks to Stephen Kellogg and Nefesh Mountain. And thanks to you out there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. I hope you'll come back next week when we welcome Josh Ritter, Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, Dory Freeman, Jake Xerxes Fusel, and Oshima Brothers.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skoras. Assistant producer is John Ingram. Our production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, and Jim Raines, with production assistance by Mallory Richards, Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Brian Hensley, Patrick Moore, Greg McGowan, and Big J. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotion is coordinated by Vasilia Skoras, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. So we're going to do this one old song. Everyone knows it. Feel free to sing along. Here we go. You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by. Larry, tell us about it.
And so, become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye.
Teach your children well, their father's help did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they pace, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. All right, Michael, look in. Bob Thompson over there. All right, Stephen Kellogg.
And you are of tender years. You can't know the fears that your elders grew by. And so please help them with your youth. They'll see the truth before they can die.
Teach your parents well, the children's hell
will slowly go by and feed them on your dreams. The one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh.
Alan Grouper on the fiddle, please. Eric Lindbergh on guitar. All right, Melissa Wright.
Oh, you who are on the road must have a code, all that you can live by. And so become yourself, because the past is just goodbye. Yeah.
Teach your children well. Their father's help did slowly go by and feed them on your dreams. The one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh.
David Goldberg on the
They
bass.
love you.
Danny Black on guitar. All right, Danny and Eric.
And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by. Please still, even with your youth, they seek the truth before they can die.
Teach your parents well. Your children's hell will slowly go by and feed them on your dreams. The one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. Just look at them and sigh. And know they love you.
All right, let's go home. Thank you very, very much.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.